You on the street?
Yeah, but nothing to do with the show.
No, they don't have anything to do with the show.
I once had a woman run at me with her hand at my crotch level. But that was a great party. No, and I went, what are you doing? And I just wanted to check there was something there.
She thought you were really method.
I don't speak to my mother anymore.
You never know what's going to happen. Why don't we start? Carice, can you tell us what you basically, Carice?
I'm more afraid of whether I'm going to be naked again.
You have no idea when you're going to be naked. You just turn the page and it says.
I just want to know whether I have to go to a gym or not. You know?
Can you imagine trying to ad-lib on this show? Like, you wouldn't have a clue what you were trying to say. You can't be like, yeah, man, okay, yeah, sick. No, you can't do that.
Oh, my God. Ramsey's the worst.
When the show airs, I'm sitting on the couch watching it like you.
Oh, wow. How about, well, not exactly. I'm in my underwear.
Hey, you need to get to know me better than maybe you know how I watch my TV show.
I'm very happy for Davos because I think, I got to be honest, I don't...
You're happy for Davos?
I'm happy for Davos because I think with Stannis out of the way, you could lighten up a little bit. I don't think he was a great friend for you. And I'm just looking I want to see Davos smile a little bit more. And I think getting Stannis out of the way will be good.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially when he finds out what that did.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you should have stayed, and it wouldn't have happened.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I tried. I did try. I think these people will back me up here. Did I try?
Yeah.
The people have spoken. I thank you. Good night.
Now, Sophie, a lot of is it the landscape that's shot in, is it Croatia?
Yeah, that's where I shoot.
That's where you shoot, whereas Maisie, you're a little closer to home.
Yeah, I shoot the majority of all of my stuff in Belfast, Northern Ireland, which is fantastic, and it's so lovely to work there, but there's so much rain. And I'm just constantly exterior in the rain with muddy boots on and muddy trousers and stuff like that.
You know, we've always tried to maintain a level of surprise for people who watch the show. Thank you.
It's always weird for me to meet a member of the cast in regular clothing and with regular hair.
Do you recognise me without the plunging neckline? Good, make contact with my eyes, yeah.
Gwendolyn, I don't want to blame you for the things your character did.
Go ahead.
You had one job, which was just to keep an eye out for a candle in a window. One job. You blow it, and let's be honest.
I didn't blow the candle. I didn't mean that. I mean...
Too soon.
What can I say?
I feel like
I had to stand for 3 months watching a window to wait for a candle.
Well,
I mean, give me a break.
I think we could all use a Varys in our lives, I think.
Yeah.
He's made me a lot of money.
Yeah, there you go.
I start asking them, and then I feel like I'm being annoying, and I think maybe I shouldn't ask them because I'll end up dead quicker. So, and then I turn to sucking up to them, and I'm like, can I, buy you a drink, or do you want to go out for some food? And then I'm like, am I still being annoying? And I don't really know how to get around the death thing, but I'm doing all right so far.
You're doing okay so far.
Most times when people hook up on the show, it doesn't, portend good things. What are you looking forward to with your relationship moving forward? Or where do you hope that it goes?
I think Sam would just happily accept more of the same.
Yeah.
I don't think Sam's one of those people who tries to inject a bit of exotica into his sex life.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of happy.
So is that maybe when he's looking at all those books, you think that's actually what he's reading about?
Oh, he's hollowed the books out and stuck a few little sketches in. Well, I've said it before, that I think up until, Gilly, Gilly,
Yeah.
I always thought that Sam used to think about sex the way that most people think about space. In so much as it's something that goes on. He's got nothing to do with it. I think he used to see it from a purely kind of academic standpoint. Nothing that he thought he'd have. He's fascinated by it in a kind of childlike way, but nothing that he thought he'd have. It's similar to the way I am with dancing or something like that. But the thing about when Gilly turned up and gave him a bit of practical, it just occurred to me, I don't know enough about science to be able to finish that metaphor off. So, thanks again, school.
So yeah, I love to play her. It's really great to play something that I haven't played at all in my life. Like I've always played nice people. And this is
this one is a little bit closer to the real Carice.
You know the dragons?
Yeah.
And Jamie and Cersei, they have this incestuous relationship. Well, the dragons too.
I mean, as Natalie just pointed out, I'm as in the dark as you all are, and it's pretty dark, I admit, and full of terrors. But who knows, man? I can't tell you anything. Sorry. Bye.
And it's really lovely that you two have become very close friends, haven't you, whilst working on Game of Thrones? Don't pretend you were just...
together. You went through probably one of the roughest seasons, the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I think seasons 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, they're all pretty rough.
If you were a little nicer in seasons 1 or 2, maybe that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, well,
for us all.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth. My question is for everybody. If you could change one thing about the last season, what would it be? Like a death or something your character did.
Oh. I would wait for the candle.
Thank you. Thank you. Was that so hard? Was that so hard to take a little bit of responsibility?
I know.
My goodness. Thank you, Gwendolyn.
And if she'd have waited for the candle, I'd still have a boss.
No, but it's annoying sometimes because I'll find myself in the hair and makeup trailer and someone will show up and I'll be like, what are you doing here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, you're back? I gotta leave.
Yeah, it does make you seem a little bit self-absorbed to not care about any of the other actors. Oh, you died? You were killed? I'm sorry to hear that.
There's one thing that Sansa still is, despite what happened to her, is strong. She's not to blame for any of that. I really don't know why you'll have to ask the writers about that one, why they focused it on Theon, because I was giving a great performance. I mean, they just pan in on him, and I'm like, great.
All right, my question is for everyone. Who's gonna miss Kit the most, since he's obviously dead?
Anybody gonna miss Kit even a little bit?
His hairdresser? Kit who?
We couldn't wait for him to be gone, to be honest.
Yeah.
That hair, so annoying.
That hair, that face.
Sophie, Sansa has been through a lot. Just so much. Before the season...
It's not real, folks.
Yeah. Andy, no!
Oh. Sorry.
It is real. Here's the baby.
So our question is, I guess, mostly directed at the showrunners, and is, will season 6 more overtly address and complicate these criticisms by showing them as the pitfalls of patriarchy, rape culture, and other forms of oppression? Thanks.
Well,
I feel like this year on the show, a lot of characters had a really hard time, not just the women.
yeah, girls aren't the only ones to lose something.
Yeah.
First season, I was the only eunuch in the village. Then Theon jumps on the bandwagon. Then all those guys over with the,
Yeah, I know.
you know,
Unsullied, yeah.
trendsetter.
Yeah.
Do people ask you if Jon Snow is alive all the time? Do you get that every day?
It was pretty intense towards the end last year. Now there's been some posters up that maybe have given a little bit of the game away.
Have they? I feel like they've made it more confusing.
Are you confused? Do you want to talk about this?
I am confused.
Let's talk about this.
On a number of levels, I'm confused. No. Yeah, because it may be, I don't know if the term alive would be proper, because maybe he's...
Because if you get stabbed that many times, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Hi, my question is for Maisie. So I think this season you really turned into like the badass assassin that you've been like becoming. But I think one of the most unintentionally funny moments, no offense, was the whole oyster thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
oysters, clams, and cockles.
Yeah, got the whole basket here, but
So cool.
yeah, I imagine that that's like a running joke now.
Yeah, so I think if there's two things that we're pretty sick of seeing is sweeping floors and oysters, clams, and cockles. So
Yeah.
I feel like going into the new season there might be more training, but
Yeah, maybe
more
you're
physical.
blind now.
To have your clams and cockles.
And it was written oysters and cockles, and you improvised clams, right? That you ad-libbed that.
My question is for the whole cast. Is there any stunts that you wanted to do that your stunt double got to do instead?
I do all my own stunts. I feel kind of guilty because everyone else, like especially Gwendolyn and all the warriors, fight and have 12-day scenes, and I have an afternoon bitching with Peter Dinklage. So I think apart from Hodor, I have the least physicality to do.
So every time that we see you pouring wine, that's you pouring.
No, that's my double.
Oh, that's your double.
That's
okay,
my
got it. All right.
stunt double.
Yeah, it's really weird. I noticed a little Sansa over there saying, hi, Sansa. It's really weird. It's kind of surreal. I honestly, I don't think it's hit any of us yet how big it is or why people are putting ginger wigs on.
What's your worst or funniest outtakes you've done?
Oh.
I don't make mistakes.
Right.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I have a question for Sophie Turner. So, Theon is a very controversial character. Half the fans want him to die, half the fans think you should forgive him because on one hand, he invaded Winterfell, betrayed the Starks, and almost killed Bran and Rickon, but on the other hand, he's really paid a heavy price. So, if you were in Sansa's shoes, which you are, like, how do you think Sansa should feel towards Theon? How do you feel?
That's a good question. That's the question that we've been thinking about all season, I guess, all last season. I mean, Sansa, until, what was it, like episode 7 or something, she was totally convinced that he had killed Bran and Rickon. And, I mean, he still betrayed her family.
I didn't almost kill Bran and Rickon. I just killed 2 peasant boys,
Yeah.
right? Just peasant boys.
Everyone
Come on.
And only, but only because you couldn't find them. I mean, it wasn't like you.
Whatever.
Well, he still killed someone, so I'm not going to be that pleased with him. But, I mean, he grew up with them. There's, you know, they've always had that family bond, despite him kind of being a ward. But we don't talk about that. But I think they have, I think because she grew up with him, she still, you know, she'll always trust in him that little bit. Where's she gone? She's, bye.
How rude.
I know. She'll always
Blah,
trust
blah.
in him that
Everyone
little
leaves
bit.
you. Everyone leaves you.
Story of my life. Sorry, this is taking forever to answer this question. I think she likes them, but she hates them. There you go. Hey!
I have to ask you something, Maisie. You shot how many? For so long, your character was filming in miserable, kind of cold conditions, right? Were you jealous that your castmate got to be filming in beautiful? Just looked like a beautiful spa in Croatia.
The whole crew, including Sophie and a number of other cast members, would disappear for like 6 weeks. And then come back and like, yeah, we had a really amazing time in Croatia. It was so much fun. And Sophie would show me all the videos, like, oh, we were all just like playing in the ocean. It was really mean, actually. It hurt me. So, when I was told that this year I was going to Croatia, and Sophie listened, I was totally thrilled. And there was not a single ounce of my body that felt bad at all. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna have an amazing time in Croatia without you.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, you guys are great. Show's awesome. It's obviously an awesome time to work in TV. It's obviously an awesome time to be a TV fan. So much so that HBO chose your show to test a new distribution method by putting the season 5 finale in theaters for a couple of weeks this past year. Any rumblings with that happening again? And for the cast, what did it feel like being a movie star for a couple of weeks?
Well, quite a lot of them are movie stars. You know, Natalie and Gwendolyn. And I can't hear you.
as the Game of Thrones characters.
Oh, okay.
Bringing that world to the big screen.
I didn't know we did that.
Oh.
That's cool.
They sold out everywhere.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
What is it like to play such an interesting, complex character that is largely vilified by the audience?
Ooh.
What's that word? Vilified?
Hated. Hated.
Oh, vilified. Hated. Yeah, okay, thank you.
I knew what that word meant.
You've been through so much, and before the season even begins, it feels like unrelenting. Are you hoping that this season things start to get a little cheerier?
Well, I mean, we all are, but it's Game of Thrones, Conan.
I know, but I'm just thinking, you can have one episode where they're like, that's a good cookie, you know? Why can't there be one episode where they're like, I had a good night's sleep, me too. Anyone get killed? Not a one. See you next week. And then resume next week.
Yeah. And then we can all do like a little song and dance.
Yeah.
Blue, 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 Game of Thrones.